Hello friends, let's discuss about the symptoms of a man on the path of self-realization. So in this part 2, I will continue my discussions about the self-realization. So in my very first topic, I briefly talk about knowledge, and I also talk about that the knowledge is not found in the books. Books are only beneficial if we practice the philosophy written in the books. And I also talk about the experience. So our experience is our knowledge. It is a source of knowledge. Whatever we experience, it is the source of knowledge. And I promise that in my next video I will talk about self-realization. But before talking about self-realization, first I would like to ask few questions with all of you. Or I would like to put some questions before all of you. The burning question is, are you ready for the experience of self-realization? The path of self-realization is full of challenges. If somebody says that the path of self-realization is easy, then I am sorry to say he is cheating you. The path of self-realization is full of challenges. This path is not for the person who still wants to enjoy the material pleasures, the temporary material pleasures of this world. There are many types of pleasures in this world which living entities like to enjoy. So I will not particularly tell what kind of pleasures, because every person pleasures are different. But there are many ways of getting the material pleasures through our senses. So the first thing is, this video is not for somebody who wants to get happiness from the very first class, who hopes to get a blissful life after he start walking on the path of self-realization. No, this is not true. As per my experience, self-realization is not for the persons who are looking for a blissful life at the very beginning. It will ultimately come to you, but after so much struggle. It's not that easy, I tell you. So If you are thinking of a blissful life forever after going through periods of turmoil and challenges, then you are fit for this series of understanding about the self-realization. But if you are thinking of that I will get a blissful understanding or blissful experience after attending a few classes, I'm sorry. It's not like that. I ask you one question. When you prepare for your exams, did you not feel any pain? You have to wake up whole night, read books for many days before writing your exam. So in any task there is a pain. You cannot achieve a task without having experience of pain. If you want to achieve something, you have to go through some kind of painful experience. So the path of self-realization is full of challenges, full of pains, full of bad experiences which you have stored in your mind. So my next question is, are you ready for facing the challenges on the path of self-realization which will come in your way? If you are ready to face those challenges which I am going to discuss in a short while, then you are very fit for listening to me. So now let's discuss what are the challenges actually. So let's try to understand the challenges. There are two challenges. That will come in your way when you try to understand yourself. The very first challenge is your own mind. This may sound very silly to some of you. How can my own mind give me challenges? Yes, your mind is the first challenge for you to know your own self. This is the biggest hurdle, to know your own real self. I will not talk more about mind in this section of video because that will become very vague. But I will definitely talk about mind as we progress in our discussions. So the first hurdle, the first challenge will come in your way is your own mind. And the next challenge will come in your way is your loneliness. Yes. For the person who wants to realize his real identity, he needs to learn to stay alone from the public. A person who is always mixed in groups, he will never be able to understand anything about his real self. I give you one small example. Suppose there is a football game and two parties are playing against each other, and you favor your own team, say party A and party B. So you favor team A. So when the team A player plays some wrong shots, you may be sitting on your television set and you are watching the match. So when somebody from the team A kicks wrongly, you immediately says, "Oh, this is wrong." So how do you know this is wrong? Because you are not in the mid of the playground. You are away from the playground, so you can see the fault. The player who kicked the wrong shot, he may not appreciate that he has kicked wrongly. But you are able to appreciate it because you are staying away from, and you are looking it away. You are looking it from a distance. So you have a very clear vision. So if you want to see the world clearly, you have to stay away. You have to take a little distance. You have to make yourself aloof from the groups, from the meetings. So that time, when you try to remain away from the groups, that time your loneliness will become your enemy, and it is very painful. That time you will only appreciate what do I mean by loneliness. These all we have to experience. Unless we experience these things, we will not progress in our life even an inch. We will just remain as we born, and as presently we are living our life, and we will end like this. There is no magic, there is no miracle, I tell you. The magic and miracle lies in your effort. Unless you put an effort, there is nothing going to change in your life. You will just stay the way you are living life currently, and you will end maybe worse. Who knows? So I think I will stop here. It's getting a little vague. So finally, I would just say that if you are ready to accept these two challenges, your own mind and ready to bear the loneliness, you are fit for understanding the self-realization, your real self. You will know it for sure. But before that, you have to go through so many turmoils. It's not that easy. So as a disclaimer also, I would like to say, if somebody really wants to understand himself, he should follow my words. Otherwise, better not to follow, because it's a very painful experience. So with this, I will stop. I will stop. So if you are ready to accept these two challenges, you are fit to understand who you are. So now I will end this topic here, and in the next topic I will now try to discuss about what is self-realization. So thank you for listening and staying with me.